some alternatives to grips, certain grips that we might have, okay? So if Lyndon and I make grip, I have an opportunity to attack his arm immediately if I want to. Well, let's say, for example, that he transitions this arm to the belt grip like he's going to make a hip throw. So he's now doing kind of an underhook. At this point, I've got a lot of opportunity here to lock this arm. Does that make sense?
Sir.
So what I'm going to try to do, if he makes this grip, if he transitions to the low grip, I'm going to transition to a wrist grip here. He still might be holding on to mine, right? And then I'm going to move in close, and I'm going to grab this here. Now I've got an opportunity to make all of these different attacks with both arms pinned. That make sense? All right. I could also, if I want to, I could free up the right arm. I can free up the right arm here, and I can reach in and grab this way. Okay? See how I've got both arms? This is a preferred grip as well. You see how tight I am up on this shoulder? Now, if he drops this elbow down hard enough, he should escape. Right? So I'm going to hold on to it. Now if he tries to drop the hand down, he doesn't have it. But notice that I've got this arm immobilized. Now if I want to, I can make an easy throw, right, without him basing. Remember that when he goes to make, let's say he's going to go make hip throw, I can base out and push his hip away. When he goes to move in, I can do this. This is my defense. I keep his hips from being close to me, right? So if I reach in and I go here like I want to make a back grip and then entangle here, he can't keep me away from him. I'm on the inside, right? Which makes this throw super easy.
Sir.
Now, I will warn you, if you entangle this arm and you get him here, if I don't let him go, what's he going to fall with? There's not a lot that he can fall with. So I can make Uchimata this one, right? I can make this move across both legs, right? If I want, I could probably just see if I can turn him and just start pushing. I've got a shoulder lock and an elbow lock here. It's kind of hard for him just to stop and hold his balance the way that I'm manipulating this elbow. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, so one of the easy things I want you to kind of remember is that this translates nicely into a wrestling move. So if we make a grip here and here, right? And Lyndon decides to reach underneath and make an underhook on my elbow. So he's looking for an underhook, right? He's just giving me that move. If he makes an underhook, I definitely got him, right? And I can make that throw, I can make this throw, I can make this throw depending on what I want to do. And he's got no arms to stop me. By the way, I could go right into a tiger lock, this one, right? I could drop down and make a tiger lock neon throw. Just don't tear up the arm. So what I want you guys to do is look at big overhook and then lock in this way on the other arm. Play with that for a second. Now, this is an atypical grip. I bet if there's 1,000 judo players in the world that watch this video, they're gonna be like, what are you doing? The judo people do not really do this. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys don't typically entangle. They want to go to the ground quicker. They're not doing this. So what am I ultimately doing? I'm looking basically to entangle early, right? Either with this arm here, right? Or if he underhooks me from this grip, he underhooks me, it gives it to me. Or I can shuck this arm off, go like I'm going to make a back grip, and I slide down and I hook. Okay? So you can see I'm tied up here, I'm tied up there. This hand keeps him from dropping his elbow and escaping. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
But this is keeping that locked. If I do it this way, he just turns and faces me, and that arm comes out. He turns and faces me, and he's stuck. And I still can throw. Does that make sense?
Sir.
All I've done is immobilize his arms. It's nothing particularly different from the throw, right? Still a nice Garuma kind of throw, all right? So give it a try. Don't want to do this. This is the other question. People like, Curtis, you got a good grip. Heck, you can make head and arm throw, right? Or you can make Koshiguruma, Hanai Gosh, there's a lot of different moves that are over on that side. I could go ahead and make this throw, right? We're already good at that. I can hit him with the elbow here and make this throw, right? All those are right there. Tons of opportunities. Curtis, why would we do this? Well, here's the first thing, is if he's going for a belt grip with that hand, he's just giving me something. Now, I can, in judo particularly, I can, this is his bet. He's going for, I see your bet, and I go for high grip, right? Which does give me, Uchimata, and it gives me a lot of other opportunities. But I don't really want him to control my waist. So he can push his hips away from me and lock that arm. Right now, I can't do a whole lot. So what do? I lock that. And now I own him. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So again, for here, and I go for a belt grip, I can now, if he tries to do anything to come close, I can hold him away. So he's gonna reach deep over, lock my elbow, grab my other bicep, right? He can let go of the right hand grip. There you go, and entangle further. So now, you see how he's kind of got me close? I can't easily throw him. I'm not in a good position. I might be able to get a small outer read, but he's got me. I don't have him. And I no longer have this hip throw. That arm keeps me from getting close enough. So he's entangled me in a way that's difficult for me to do what I want to do. It stops me from making an entry. Pretty cool. Now let's say, for example, we want to do something that's just reasonable and pretty simple, right? I go here, right? His hand drops to my waist, almost like by magic, but I go here to tangle this up, right? And he's like pulling away here. He doesn't like that. Watch what I do. I can let him go, and I'm already in this position for head and arm throw. Make sense?
Sir.
So because I pulled him in, right, I went to here, I locked this up, I'm already in position. Now watch, I unlock, and I'm right here. I didn't have to make the footwork into it. Does that make sense?
Sir.
So I can kind of decide which chest move that I want, right? I can mess with him if I want. I get in here and I entangle this arm, and I get to here. He starts pulling away. He doesn't like that. I can hook this leg. He can pull away all he wants. I've got him, and then I just transition to here. Hoo-yah! And my cool sound effects make it 10 times better than it would have been without. So just remember that if you're in this position, you're not really sure what to do, go back. You're already in position for head and arm throw. Make head and arm throw. Just unwind it. Your legs are in position. Make the throw. Go. Build. All right. So again, what we're kind of looking at is a different grip for all the same throws, but also maybe for some additional really cool locks, right? So I'm here, whether he makes his move or I make my move, I want to entangle an arm if I can. By the way, I like this left hand in the front. I'm better throwing in this direction, so I'm almost always probably going to lock that arm. That's just me. Something interesting to know. Doesn't mean I can't lock this arm, but I like this one, right? I might pull him down a little bit so that I can get him faked out. I want him thinking I'm going for a bad grip. I lock, I get here, right? Now again, I start pulling him and I control his position. But look, I got his head too. I just changed this hand, and now I've got head and arm throw. I'm sorry, I got Nick Fury throw, right? So I just changed because the thing is I've got access to him. Let's really make that the point. What do I want? I want to be close enough to make a throw. Let's go back to the most basic throw, like the shoulder throw. Can I make the shoulder throw from here? I have to get close, don't I? In order to do that, I have to make movement, right? If I want to make hip throw, change the grip. How do I make it? I got to move close. Does that make sense?
Sir.
So all I'm doing is I'm getting better access to his head, better access to his hips to make the throw, right? So again, whether I'm here and I make this move, right? Or whether I'm here and I make this move, look how close I am. By the way, he can't really punch me. He could knee me, but I can headbutt him, right? Because of my position, if he tries to headbutt me, he's going to hit his face on the hardest part of my head. So there's some neat things that I can do. I've got this well trapped. If I had to, I could hit him, right? Again, all of these are available. And then I bend them, and I entangle, and I capture, and now I've got a left-handed neck fury throw. Okay? Cool?
Sir.
Say that I just want to choke him. All I do is get close enough to choke him, right? Guillotine choke. Anaconda choke. Darce choke. As long as I can get to the head, I can do all the front chokes that we've already talked about. All right, play with it. Go for a choke. Go for a neck fury throw. Go for a head and arm throw. Go back to the original lock and make that throw. Boom, boom, boom. Get used to doing the manipulation, right? One, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I could do a number of different things, just one right after the other. I'm getting comfortable with where my hand position goes. So play with it for a second and see if you like it. By the way, this is totally experimental. It's something that I figured out doodling with the wrestling folks the other day. So probably not a lot of people are doing this particular thing. We gotta work it out. Go ground position, right? Maybe I've made a throw. Can I entangle this arm the same way?
I think so, sure.
I gotta get low, but I entangle here. I grab this one, and I've got an arm lock, right? All it is tiger lock, but I'm just controlling this arm. That makes sense. If I push his face away, it hurts even worse, right? And you see I've just got a really nice lock here.
Is that affecting the shoulder or the elbow?
What do you think?
Elbow, for sure.
Yeah. Cool?
Yes, sir.
So again, the principle, if we like the principle, then what are we really looking for? How do I entangle an arm or a head or a leg? That's always the magic. Get into a dominant position. If you can get the dominant position with a throw, that's the best way. Otherwise, bridge, get to the guard sweep, get to the top, then you're here, right? So again, however it is that you want to do. By the way, in MMA, we could be hitting him, right? He starts making defense. I can clear to hit him. His hands go back up. I just go down here, and then I entangle. All I got to do then is pull this arm in, and I own him. Okay? Now, without this arm, I still own him, but now he can move. I want to immobilize what I can and get him, right? If I switch, and I definitely have tiger lock here. Pretty cool?
Sir, sir.
You can try that move next. Switch to a new partner. Hannah, grab He starts worrying about choke. He's now giving me that shoulder. Does that make sense? So now watch. I go here. Entangle low. Kneel over. Same entry. I just didn't go to here. Okay? That make sense? Okay. He does not want me to choke him. He starts looking for some defense. Now, he can stop my elbow from going down, but what he can't do is stop my elbow from going over. Scoot deep. Pick him up. Kneel on that arm. Pretty good?
Sure.
If I wanted to be extra ugly, I could kick this foot over. I would probably end up falling to the side, but then I would be able to arch my back and I would be able to hold his head with my leg. Make sense? Kind of give you an idea of what it would look like. It would be this way. Okay? I might fall over, but I would have a good control. All right, dig a little bit deeper, roll him to his side, lock that arm. Little, we can move it if we want to, right? I get down, I get here, right? I move to this position, and I go forward with him. Okay? I can change to this way, right? You see, I'm just controlling this arm. Now, he's going to want to bend that elbow. Try to bend that elbow. Escape that elbow. Make sense? Now, the beauty of it is while he's thinking about all that, right? Change. Now I've got a nice paper cutter. So again, I get him thinking about this. I start moving him, right? He's thinking, holy crap, I'm in trouble, right? I arch up on him, reset this hand, dig deep. I got this pulled. Set down on his neck and make the cut. He's still thinking about this. So I've distracted him with a bunch of insanity, just bullcrap, really. This is not the lock, this is the lock. Isn't that a whole lot better? But I've made him think, I'm gonna move him, right? Like I'm gonna flip him, and I set, and then I choke. Cool?
Very cool.
This one's still here. Oh, look what else I got. Who sees it? Because I've entangled the arms, you just start seeing other options. I noticed I didn't entangle the tiger lock side. This hand, I pulled in and I sat over and got that arm bar. Pretty cool. Try it with a choke, try it with an arm bar. You're just playing with the hand manipulation right now. That's the experiment. That's what we want to work with. For you. When I say it's new, I haven't seen it before. My instructor hasn't shown me it before, so I'm kind of fiddling with it. I'm playing with it. But if you like it, then I want you to fight with it if you can, right? So there will be maybe some opportunity today that you go for a grip. If you change to a belt grip, the other guy might immediately overhook you and go high, okay? Otherwise, you can go for a back grip. If he slides around, you underhook, or you overhook and go for the grip. And just see if you can do it. Now, there are some warning signs to this thing. I'll just tell you, if I do this to Lyndon and he makes the overhook, right, and he goes to lock that, right, incorporate this hand, so you're going to use that to move, right, there you go. He goes to make that move. If I can get this hand out, I now have the double underhook, and I can make a body lift, and I can make a nice reap, right? There's all kinds of things. I can make these, right, if I can get the lift. So there's a small window right there where he's going for that before he gets the lock, but you might do something, right? If possible, I want to get this hand down and out. If he lets me, great. If he doesn't let me and I'm stuck, he gets to play with me until I wiggle free. No grip is going to be forever. So again, play with it. Experiment with it. If you like it, it'll be cool. If you don't like it, put it in your toolbox for another day. By the way, if you get in the mount, see if you can make this thing work. You can also do this from side control, by the way. I think side control would be also pretty evil. Ready? Find a new partner.